Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Please subscribe and stay tuned by clicking the bell icon. George and Glenda Shuttleworth to face major conflict on Coronation Street. Coronation Street will kick off a big new rift between siblings George and Glenda Shuttleworth next week, when Glenda finally discovers her brother's betrayal. George recently discovered a lost version of his late father Archie's will at the funeral parlour, which stated that Glenda should have received 50% of the business 6 years ago, leaving George worried that he is cheating his sister out of her inheritance. In scenes that will air on Monday, May 6, Wednesday, May 8 and Friday, May 10, George feels increasingly guilty when Glenda tells him that she desperately wants to raise the money to buy the Little Big Shots business from Estelle, who is selling the franchise. George offers to help Glenda apply for a bank loan, but, as he looks over her accounts, he realizes that she has no chance of being granted a loan. Searching for ideas, Glenda makes a proposition to Estelle, suggesting that she buys the Little Big Shots business on credit and pays her back in installments. But worried George puts a stop to the deal, pointing out that Glenda will have no means of paying the monthly installments. Glenda later moans to Todd Grinshaw about George's act of betrayal, and Todd wrongly assumes that she's found out about Archie's will. When he mentions the will and Glenda demands to know what he's talking about, Todd realizes that he's made a big mistake. Later in the week, Glenda consults Adam Barlow about her legal options, but he warns her that suing George for half the funeral business would be very costly, and there's no guarantee that she'd even win the case. Deflated Glenda is crushed when he advises her that she'd be better off forgetting the whole thing. Glenda's day gets even worse when she walks straight into Michael Bailey and ends up with a drink down her front. However, things take a turn when Rupert from rival undertakers Rest Easy calls at Shuttleworth's and registers his interest in buying the business. George and Todd are furious to realize that Glenda has put the place up for sale without their knowledge. Is this the start of a major feud between the Shuttleworth siblings? George star Tony Maudsley has explained why George is so hesitant about telling Glenda the truth, revealing that he is worried about what could happen to his beloved undertakers if Glenda gets involved with it. George is half protecting his little sister, who he loves dearly. He's half protecting his dad's legacy, which he has diligently looked after and kept going since Archie's death, he said. So he's in this quandary of not wanting to shortchange his sister, but also not wanting to hand her half a business that she's going to sink into the ground in 5 seconds if she gets her hands on it. If you like the video, don't forget to like, comment and share.